All right, this is independent practice for lesson 3. We're talking about area of a trapezoid. Hopefully you've had a chance to try these, and let's see how you did. We know the formula. A equals 1/2 times height, parentheses base 1 plus base 2. Okay, so let's plug our numbers in. I see we got a base here, we got a base here. Here's my height. So 1/2 times 12, and then in parentheses I put my bases, 5 plus 23, and when I put those together I do that first because that's parentheses. So 5 plus 23 is 28, and I put that in parentheses. I have 1/2 times 12 times 28. So there's my problem. I'm going to put those together. 1/2 times 12 is 6. 6 times 28, that will get my area. So I do that on my calculator. 6 times 28 equals 168, and we're talking about yards, and we're talking about area, so it's squared. Okay, 168 yards squared. Let's go to number 2. Okay, another trapezoid. We know the formula. 1/2 times my height. Here's my height, which is 2. And then I have my bases. The parallel lines are my bases. 3.4 plus 1.1. Okay? And 3.4 plus 1.1, so that's 1/2 times 2. Add those together, it's 4.5. 4.5. Now, if I do 1/2 times 2, that's 1. And 1 times 4.5, 4.5 is, of course, 4.5. We're dealing with centimeters, and it's squared. Okay, let's do this one. 1/2 times my height, which is here, 8. And then I have to add my two bases together, and I'm going to do that, 10.25 plus 17.75. And when I add those together, I get, let's see, I get 28. 28, 1/2 times 8 times 28. So 1/2 times 8 is 4, and 4 times 28 is 112. 112, we're talking about meters, and it's squared. Okay, let's look here. Trapezoid has an area. Oh, this is where I think we're missing some parts. So we have the area here. We have the two bases. We just don't have the height. So remember, the height equals 2 times the area divided by the two bases. Okay? So what I have is 2 times my area of 150 divided by 14 plus 16. Well, 2 times 150 is 300, divided by 14 plus 16 is 30, and 300 divided by 30 equals 10 meters. It's not meters squared because we're only talking about the height. We're not talking about the area. Let's go to number 5. A trapezoid. Again, another one where we have to find the height. So the height is 2 times the area 400, divided by the two bases, base of 14 and a base of 36. 14 plus 36. Okay, so that's 800 divided by 14 plus 36 is 50, and 800 divided by 50 is going to be 16. So it's 16 millimeters. Okay, that's the height. H equals. Okay, let's look at this patio. It's kind of a fun one. This patio forms a trapezoid like this, and we need to find the area. Okay, so the formula for a trapezoid is area equals 1/2 times height, and then base 1 plus base 2. So let's plug in our numbers. 1/2 times the height, which is this right here, 19 4/5, and then we want to times that eventually, but we have to add our two bases first. So we have 22 1/2 plus 25. So 22 1/2, and I'm going to put these all into decimals. It's easier for me. 1/2 is 0.5. 19 4/5 is 19.8. And then 22 1/2 plus 25, I know that's going to be 47.5, 47 1/2. So now I just multiply all that together. So I have 47.5 times 19.8. That gets me 1/2. Oh, I was going with the decimal, wasn't I? So it's 0.5 times 940.5. So then I times that by 0.5, and I get 470.25, and 0.25 is also a quarter. 470 1/4 feet squared. Now you could do 470 1/4 or 470.25, but your answer is that. Okay. Now let's look at this next one here. Use the diagram that shows the lawn that surrounds the office building. What is the area of just the lawn? This is kind of a fun one because you just want this green part. So this is a trapezoid. I'm going to find the trapezoid, the whole area. Then I'm going to find the area of this little square, and I'm going to subtract the whole area, and I'm going to minus this part here, and that'll give me what just the lawn is. Okay? So first of all, let me do the trapezoid. So it's 1/2 times my height of the whole thing, which is right here, which is 80. And then I have to add my two bases together. It's 100 and 140. These two right here, I add my two bases together, it's 240. Okay? So now if I do 1/2 times 80, that's 40 times 240. Okay, 40 times 240 equals 9,600. That's of the whole trapezoid. But now I got to figure out what this little square is here, or this parallelogram. It's not a square because it's 52 by 50. And this is area equals base times height. So 50 times 52 equals 2,600. So that is the area of just that little part right there. Now I'm going to subtract it. If I take 9,600 minus that little brown area, 0,007. So just the lawn is 7,000 feet square. Okay. Now, if one bag of grass seed covers 2,000 square feet, how many bags are needed to seed the lawn? Well, 3 bags would be 6,000 square feet, and I need 7,000. So I'm going to need 4 bags. Okay. You can't break a bag open, so you need 4 whole bags. Let's see. Tiles are being placed in front of a fireplace to create a trapezoidal hearth. The hearth will have a height of 24 inches. Bases are 48 inches and 60 inches. If the tile covers 16 square inches, how many tiles will be needed? Ooh, this is a tricky one. So let's find the area of the whole area of the trapezoid. So it's 1/2 times the height, 24, and then add my bases up. Bases are 48 plus 60. That's 108. Okay, 24 times 1/2 is 12. 12 times 108 equals 1,296 inches squared. So there's the area. Now it says if tiles cover 16 square inches, how many tiles will be needed? So now I'm going to take 1296 divided by the 16 to see how many tiles I need. Divided by 16, and that becomes 81. So I need 81 tiles to cover this total area. All right, cool. I think we have couple more here. Okay, we have to draw and label each figure, find the area. So number 9 says a trapezoid with no right angles and an area less than 12 square centimeters. So I'm going to go small on my bases. Has no right angles, so I have no right angles here. Now I'm going to say this is 2, this is 4, and then I'll say the height is 1 times 6 equals 6. Okay, so this drawing, and we'll make these centimeters, 6 centimeters squared, which is less than 12. Okay, now trapezoid, this is just one possible answer. You could have other ones, just has to be less than 12. A trapezoid with a right angle, so it has one right angle. Okay, there's my right angle. And has an area greater than 40 square inches. So now I'm going to go a little bigger. I'm going to say this is 20, this is 10, and we'll make this 8. Okay, so 1/2 times my height, and then add my two bases. 20 plus 10 is 30. And 1/2 times 8 is 4, times 30 is 120 inches squared. Okay, and these are all inches. So that is definitely more than 40 square inches. This one right here is 120 inches squared. Okay, if you have any questions, let me know. We'll work through it. We'll figure it out together.